Welcome. This is a restorative yoga practice for fatigue. It's an opportunity to pause, to rest in your body, to turn inward, and to breathe. It's made up of 3 poses that we'll be holding for 10 minutes each. Either you can do the practice in its entirety, or if you prefer, you can break it up into 3 shorter practices, just doing 1 pose at a time. Now, when we arrive in our poses, we really want to get comfortable. So before you begin, gather a few support items that you can use to do that. Bolsters, pillows, blankets, rolled towels. If you have a couple of blocks, and for today's practice, we're going to need a stool, a chair, even a couch will do. And that's where we're going to begin. So if you are using a stool or a chair, you want to make sure that it's positioned on a non-slip surface. And then we want to make sure that that surface is going to be comfortable. I'm going to use 3 blankets for this setup. Pillows will do nicely as well. So something to make sure that the chair, your seat, is comfortable. I'm going to be using a folded blanket to support my head. So a pillow will do for that really nicely. And is not necessary either. And I'm also going to be using one of my blankets just to provide a little bit of weight to my lower legs. Now, this is not only to help me feel a bit more stable and secure, but also just to help my whole body relax a little more. So with the legs positioned on top of the chair, lower yourself down onto the mat. If you are using anything to support the head, just making sure that the neck feels comfortable. You may like to position an eye pillow over your eyes. Make sure that the arms feel comfortable. Again, you can use blankets or pillows under the arms. You want to be able to really settle in here. It's up to you if you'd like to leave the eyes open, just letting the gaze soften, or close them completely. Feel the support of the floor underneath your head. Feel the floor supporting your shoulders, your upper back, lower back, and hips. Feel the chair supporting your legs. Take a moment to notice the feeling of weightlessness in the feet. And then allow yourself to just be. As you find stillness, allow whatever comes up to come up. Thoughts, feelings, sensations. Notice them, and then come back to this feeling of connection with the ground beneath you, the support of the earth beneath you. We're going to begin to come out of this pose. Now, to keep hold of that wonderful relaxed feeling that you started to generate, move slowly. The longer we're in, the slower we want to come out. So when you're ready, just letting those knees draw in towards you. If you've got any weight, any blankets or anything on top of your legs, just gently lowering them down to the floor. And from here, rolling over onto your side so that you can make your way up into a seated position. Don't move your stool away just yet. But do give yourself a moment just to feel. From here, we're going to be turning to face the stool, the chair in front of you. We're going to open our legs out wide. So coming into our wide-legged forward fold, but this is a supported version, a supported variation. Now, as you open the legs apart, you may find that it'll be comfortable to place a folded blanket, a pillow, a cushion, a bolster underneath the hips for a little bit of, just to give them a bit of elevation, and that will help to lessen the stretch around the pelvis a bit. It might allow you to find a bit more ease. I would recommend keeping something soft and comfortable on top of your seat, because from here we're going to lean forward. Now, this is where it may take just a little bit of time to find the position that feels the most comfortable for you. It's finding a lean where you can rest the head, let the arms settle on the chair. Legs are relaxed, feet are relaxed. Take some time now. Take time at the beginning of the poses to really find that place of maximum comfort. It may also be that you need to adjust your clothing or your hair a little bit. Our brains are really easily distracted by little sensations. So before we settle in, if we just take the time to reduce them, to alleviate them even, can make all the difference. And forward folds are a wonderful pose family for turning inwards. As you begin to settle into the pose, also starting to notice any places in the body where you may be holding. Noticing if there are muscles holding in the legs, the back, the arms, the shoulders, the neck, the jaw, the face. And if there are, can you soften that holding a little? Can you let go and instead just settle in? Notice the breath. How is it moving? Is it quick or slow? Is it flowing steadily? Are you holding? If your mind starts to wander, allow your awareness to settle on that movement of the breath deep in the belly. Once again, remember that we're moving out of these poses slowly, taking your time. And when you're ready, gently lifting up away from the seat. You may like to use your hands to help bring your legs in. Taking a moment to feel. And then when you're ready, we are going to move the seat away. And for our final pose in the sequence, we're going to be reclining. Now I'm going to demonstrate this position using a bolster and 2 blocks. If you don't have a bolster, you don't have blocks, you can use cushions or pillows. So a stack of pillows can be really good, especially if you position one that goes across the mat or 2 across the mat and then a couple that way, just to kind of get this leaning shape, as you'll see in a moment. I'm also going to keep 2 blankets handy. I'm going to roll them up. If you don't have blankets, rolled towels do really well. And again, you can just use pillows. What I love about restorative yoga is that pretty much everything can be done with pillows. I'm going to pop 1 rolled blanket on each side of my mat. I'm going to set up my bolster on an incline. So 1 block is set on a tall height. My second block is set on the middle height, and then I lower my bolster down along it. So this is where, as I say, if you've just got pillows at home, you're creating that same shape by putting some pillows across the mat underneath and laying a couple over the top. So I come to sit with my hips just in front of that incline behind me, and gently using my arms for support, I lay my spine along the bolster and I readjust. You might want to move your head, you might want to move your torso further up or further down. You may even find that you'd like a pillow or a cushion underneath the head there. And keeping your knees bent, we turn the soles of the feet to face each other, opening the knees out to the side. This pose is called Supta Baddha Konasana. It's our reclining bound angle pose. Now with the blankets, this is where we want to use them to give the legs a bit of support. So essentially what we're doing is we're taking the strain from the inner thighs, allowing the body to come to that space where it can release and let go, where there's no sense of pulling or tension anywhere. Readjusting your clothes, readjusting your hair, readjusting your props. Again, take your time to find the position where you feel that comfort. You can place the arms wherever feels good for you, either on the floor next to you. Maybe you'd like them on the belly, on the hips. Once again, if it's comfortable for you, you can close the eyes or let the gaze just soften. Once again, noticing the breath, feeling the support of the earth beneath you. Let yourself in this moment just be here. Gently begin to bring your awareness back to your body. Maybe giving the fingers and the toes a little bit of a wiggle. When you're ready, slowly using the hands to help if you need to, bring the knees back together. Whatever support you did have for the legs, just gently pushing them off to the side. Take your feet apart and let the knees gently rock from side to side. Taking your time from here to make your way back up to a seated position. Noticing how you feel at the end of this practice. Taking a moment now just to place one hand over your heart. Saying a little thank you to yourself for making the time today to be still, to rest, to pause. Gently opening your eyes if they're not already open, coming back to the space around you. I thank you so much for sharing this practice with me. Until next time, take care.